I've reached a peak of nearly 3,800 elo on Face It in my career. Today, I'm going to give you the tips that are actually going to help you as a solo queue in this game. Being a solo queue can be extremely frustrating. At the end of the day, one thing you have to realize is that you are completely rolling the dice when you are solo queuing. If possible, we need to queue up with teammates. We need to stop doing it as soon as possible because you are missing out on some very complex, very layered CS when you just sit there and solo queue. But regardless, you watch this video for a reason, so I'm going to give you all of the tips that I found are extremely helpful in propelling myself forward and winning some matches that maybe I shouldn't have been winning, and making sure that we clutch up in moments needed. The first one being, guys, is that you have to be the player that doesn't throw. When you are solo queuing, you don't have the luxury of communicating with people that you know, people you trust. Literally go into the game and trust nobody, right? Not in a bad way, right? Not like you're muting everybody and refusing to do anything, but don't trust your teammates to clutch. Don't trust your teammates to sit there and fix your mistakes, guys. Instead, what you should be doing by default going into these solo queue games is sitting there and being the guy in a 3v1 that refuses to just throw, refuses to run at the guy, right? When you're in a 3v1 situation, a 4v1, whatever it is, literally sit there and remind yourself of the discipline that you need to use in order to win that round. These 1v3 rounds, 1v4 rounds, 100% are the momentum changers that win so many pugs for teams. Guys, in pugs, it's extremely sloppy. So if you can be that consistent piece that doesn't move, that doesn't bulge, that doesn't get distracted by all of these free kills, these ecos, then you are going to absolutely become a much better player. Now, if you want to become a better player with better skins, I have a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
Another thing that you guys have to be able to do is be mentally solid when it comes to solo queuing. Now, for those of you that have watched my Twitch stream recently on CoJoMo CS or even here on YouTube, you've seen me lose my mind. And here's the thing. When you lose your mind, when you start raging, when you start crying, when you start whining about all these things like I do so much, you're 100% going to lose many more games. Like you're going to hurt yourself so badly than if you could just convince yourself to stay stoic, to just let those emotions, go somewhere else, to get them out and then reset. You are going to be chilling. When we literally sit there and get frustrated about every little thing, when we expect our teammates to be playing like their prime Astralis, when they're literally like Face at level 7, we're all solo queues, then you are just carrying in unrealistic expectations and you're putting so much weight on your teammates. You are a solo queue. You are the one that needs to be self-sufficient. Honestly, it's, you could say it's a bad mindset to have, but go into the game expecting your teammates to throw. Go into the game expecting them to troll you, right? And if they don't, if they're not doing this, then awesome, great. Like this is good for us. We have good players that we can actually play with this time. It's really good. We can play some next level CS. We can flash for each other, throw executes. But if they're not capable of doing that, if they don't listen to you, if they don't flash for you, if they don't do these things, just let it go. Understand that this is a them problem. This isn't necessarily a you problem. And if it's a you problem, if you're a player that's doing this, then work on that and try to improve. Throw more util, flash for people, listen to each other, right? But if you sit there and a lot of commenters tell me, CoJo, I'm so much better than the rank I am. I'm so good. I have nothing left to improve on. Then your rank will reflect that because you'll be able to solo queue and provide value to your teammates and eventually rise above the level that you're at. Which brings me into a point that so many players do not understand in this game, guys. Your kills do not matter. Like genuinely, I get so tired of seeing screenshot after screenshot after screenshot where somebody's constantly dropping like 20 kills, 25 kills in a game. And you're like, dude, I can't rank up. What, like my teammates suck. I can never get a good player. This game's horrible. And then I'll go and watch your demo and you're literally baiting your entire team. You're providing no value. And of course you're getting kills. You're killing everybody in a 1v4, a 1v3, a 1v5. And I get it, like not every situation's like that, right? Like sometimes your teammates genuinely are just throwing and they're dead in the first 20 seconds. But guys, if you're just the person sitting there and baiting everybody and then getting kills and then trying to ego boost yourself and say, I don't deserve face at level 7. Guess what? You probably weren't even the most valuable player on your team. There was probably somebody that was doing the dirty work for you and doing these things, and you just completely trash talk them. You tell them how horrible they are because they have 3 kills. Those 3 kills might be more impactful than the 10 kills that you have right now. So not always the case, but I just want to put that out there, that quit caring about your kills. It's so frustrating to see that. So many times you're supposed to be the guy that's saving, by the way, right? You're a solo queue. You know, it's a 1v3. What, you're on 20 health. Why are you going all the way from A side over here, running to B and trying to 1v3 them? Oh, well, coach, I got 2 kills. It was great. No, that was statistically a stupid play that you made. And you're just lucky that you got those 2 kills, and it makes you feel better. It makes you look good, right? Stop making yourself feel better and play smart CS, because it is so easy to rank up and improve when we're actually playing the statistics, which of course we've talked about on this channel multiple times. For those of you that are subscribers, you've seen so many videos talking about that. So 100% something we got to implement. Now, another thing that I've talked about way in the past that I want to bring back is this mental warfare. Guys, you are solo queuing. You're watching this video right now. I'm sure you have had horrible experiences in this game. I'm gonna tell you something that's a little toxic, but if you can get under the skin of your enemies through the way that you're playing, you are going to win. So that comes down to saving. If I'm an opper and I'm farming, but I'm just like saving because, like, yeah, my teammates put me in a 1v4 and I'm now on A site and the other team goes B, I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna go over here and save. Maybe I'll do exit kills, right? I'll sit here, boom, get 1 kill, and then go save in Palace, get another kill, and then last guy runs at me, kill him. 3 kills right there. The other team's mad. They're like, oh, bro, all you do is save. All you do is this, blah, blah, blah. Or it's like, you know, one really good mental thing that I do to get under the skin of my enemies is when I notice there's a player that's like 0-10 on the other team and he's in a 1v4 or 1v3, I'm not holding W at him. Because I know that if his teammates have to sit there and watch him try to clutch when he's 0-10, maybe he's baiting the team as well. Dude, they want to lose their mind. If I have to watch something that's 0-10 in one of my solo queue games try to clutch and the guy can barely hold his mouse, like he's literally like aiming at the sky like this, trying to clutch a 1v3, I want them to watch that as long as possible. I don't want to run at him and put him out of his misery. No, the whole team's going to have to suffer and watch through that. Another thing that's like kind of toxic that I do, but you know, it's just that mental side of games, is when the other team ever starts to show weakness. Like if they're starting to type, this green guy sucks, right? I literally, instead of just being toxic, I'll just be like, why? LOL. Right? So I type back at them like, why? You know what I mean? Just to get them typing more and doing stuff. It is toxic. It is a little mean, you know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, you're taking advantage of the toxicity that they're putting out there. Now, I understand this isn't the nicest tip, but it genuinely is something that works. And at least me telling you this is better than the players that are at my elo. Genuinely, like most people at my elo will sit there and just type so much trash, tell everyone they're horrible at the game, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, it is toxic, but I think in the least it's better than what I see out there. It's something that's helped me out a lot. It's just some good tips for solo queuing. That's even just 5 queuing and stuff, but specifically things that you can do as a solo queue. And lastly, guys, is be flexible. If you're solo queuing, it sucks, but you're putting yourself in a position, you've got to be able to play multiple spots. You got to op, you got to play cat, you got to play con, you got to be the B anchor. Do not get offended. Do not get mad if you have to be put in a spot you don't play. Get a queue, play with other people if that's the case. You're literally rolling the dice. You're throwing yourself into random lobbies. You got to be flexible. You got to be able to do whatever the team needs to win. So yeah, keep positive mental, keep working hard, guys. Thank you for all the support. We just hit 30,000 subs on YouTube. I'm going to be at the Blast Austin Major while you are watching this video, cheering on FaZe Clan. Hopefully they're going to win it. But regardless, check out my streams when I'm back on twitch.tv/CoJoMoCS, on YouTube right here. Thank you to my members. Appreciate every single one of you guys. The memberships have been awesome. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Peace out.